Hello guys, welcome. Today we are KSP video. Now it's very laggy because I used the wrong OBS encoder, so I'm sorry about that. I'll fix that in the next video. That's completely my bad. We got the VAB music in the background. But yeah, I'm sorry about the lag. I've sped it up a lot, so it should get better. And as we get closer to our destination, Minimus, the buffering does get better. So I'm currently launching a close Minimus station. Wow, we have been on this frame for a solid 7, 8. Oh, there we go. Okay, it does get better. I'm sorry. It's just that when we're near a curb and the clouds, the effects, and I used wrong OBS encoding. In the last video, I used the Xbox recording when at game bar. I'm probably gonna use that again for the next video because it was a lot better looking. But yeah, wow, okay, yeah, it does get better. So yeah, it's sped up a lot, and right now we are just going into an orbit around Kerbin because we are going to Minimus and we are putting a station there, a small station. I might add more parts to it in further videos, but today it's going to be really close to the surface station. If you guys saw my last video, I made a MUN station, and that MUN station was really close to the surface. However, with Minimus, you can actually get closer because Minimus is low gravity, and I believe it is less hilly. I don't know, but I did get closer because it is a lot smaller. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it felt like I was closer. The MUN is a lot bigger, and wow, okay. Oh my god, how long have we been on this frame for? Oh my god, guys, this is insane. This is actually insane. Oh my god, how long have we been on this single frame for? There we go. Okay, I'm plotting my maneuver node to circularize. Like I said, this is sped up a lot, so when we get out of the influence of Kerbin, it does get a lot better. And I can't tell if the buffering's just because I'm watching this on my editor or if it's actually buffering. I think it's actually buffering. But yeah, like I said, next video this is gonna get a lot better. We got the fire VAB music right here. I had the VAB where I recorded me building and all, but when I went to watch it back, it was just unwatchable. This is unwatchable, right? But it's kind of watchable. It's better than the VAB. You don't want to see the VAB footage. You don't. Okay. So Jebediah Kerman here, our favorite Jebediah Kerman. He is piloting this vessel. We got 2 random scientists on board. I'll talk about the station more once we get there. But the first stage here, it's just a big ass booster. I mean, it's just a lot of fuel tanks, and is that the Mammoth engine? I don't know what it's called. But yeah, I've circularized already. Surprise! I wonder how that happened. Here we go. Now it's getting better. So now we are getting ourselves on an encounter with Minimus. It's not too difficult. I mean, I didn't launch our transfer window or anything, but you don't really need one because Minimus is low gravity. Now, Minimus does actually have a very it has a very big inclination, and I actually want that. For this build, I want to be able to get biome science, which is the primary reason why I get so close to the ground on these bases, because I can get biome science from specific biomes, and if I'm in a more tilted orbit, I can get more science. So I'm in a pretty much polar orbit, I believe, when I get there. And I just retracted the solar panels there because it's more realistic. I mean, nothing's going to happen if you burn with them on, but I find it more realistic. So yeah, here we are just getting our encounter. Now, you may be saying, wow, it's a really low encounter, or high encounter. I thought you were trying to get low. And yeah, I'm just doing that burn, and I am right now plotting my mid-course correction burn, which is going to get me close to the surface. Now, it is important to note that in this game, or at least for the mods I have, which is, it's not many, but more visual mods, there is issues when I enter another sphere of influence. It actually changes my periapsis or apoapsis in an orbit, which it never happened when we use stock. So you can see that I do get quite a bit higher when I actually enter Minimus's sphere of influence, but don't worry, I do correct it, and we're fine. Now, I do have RCS on this thing because I just wanted to I had a bit of an issue with the maneuver node there. It didn't work. I don't know why. But yeah, I have RCS in this thing, so I can make some adjustments once in orbit around Minimus if I want to go lower or higher. This thing did take a really slow time to turn, so you can't see that, luckily for you. As you can see, this is what I meant by the polar orbit. I'm trying to get myself in a more polar orbit. This is when I realized I needed to be in a more polar orbit. So yeah, there's a docking port for on there for stuff. Now, I'm going to talk about more. There we go, just deployed everything because, you know, here I am circularizing or plotting to circularize. I'm going to talk more about the station once we're actually in orbit around Minimus. But yeah, it is pretty cool. Unfortunately, we do some Kepler syndrome here because we do leave the booster. You'll see quite shortly after we burn to stay there. We have to release the booster. I forgot to put a probe core or anything on it. And as you can see, my periapse has changed, so I had to redo the maneuver node. Yeah. So here we are. You can see there's a bit of glow from it. I think it's planet shine. I think parallax is what's causing most of the issues I'm having. Scatter actually ruined my game, and I needed to go into files and manually delete Scatter. I am using Astronomer's Visual Pack. Yeah, Minimus is a really good place to do stuff like this because it's low gravity and it's small size. So I could probably literally deorbit. And when I say deorbit, there was some confusion in the last video where I wasn't being specific enough. By deorbit, I mean get to a point in the orbit where I would crash into the surface. Someone commented saying that I wouldn't actually be deorbiting, but by deorbit, I mean like my periapse is low enough that I would crash into a hill. But there is a time where I actually deorbit, where I literally get the periapsis into a negative number. And I'll show you that. It was just an example, but it's super easy. And there we go. While I'm correcting my orbit, I'll just show you guys this rocket, or the station. It has a relay antenna on it, so we can relay from like a Mars base or something. And it also has a normal antenna on it to contact Kerbal or Kerbin. And for the science, I'm going to be getting on the science lab thing. So yeah, that's important to know. Right here, I think I am just burning, you know, getting everything nice. And yeah, solar panels. I have 2 sets of solar panels, purely because in testing, the 2 Gigantor solar panels just barely weren't enough to keep the base supported. And by testing, I mean the Mun base. That's what happened with the Mun base. I had 2 Gigantors, and they weren't good enough. So yeah, we have a little cupola at the top, and in that bay there, I'm not sure if you can see it, but yeah, there's a bay there where I have all the science in there. And right now I'm decoupling because I'm in a good orbit. Now, I do turn RCS on. I don't really have to use RCS a lot, but I do turn RCS on here momentarily, I think, just to, yeah, I'm facing anti-normal. I don't want to face prograde or retrograde because I would ruin my orbit. I did a little burst of RCS. I'm not sure if you see it, just so I could get away from that booster. I'll probably delete it. And there we go. We got all this stuff out. Quick saving. I love quick saving a lot. Jebediah Kerman. And I'm just doing all the science right now, putting it in the lab, and I actually couldn't do all of it because the lab was full of data, 750 data. That's nice. So I'm taking Jebediah Kerman out on an EVA, and right here, it's quite fast because, you know, I'm too lazy to change the time influence. But you'll see in a second that when I get out, I will. You'll see it in a second here. As soon as I do it. Yeah, Science Junior. It's a little pancake. That thing, it's a mod where you make the Science Junior a lot smaller, and I got it because it's just so much more useful. It does make it more bigger though. So here we are, Jebediah Kerman. I just want to show you guys that you could actually deorbit him. So I'm facing, in a minute, I'm going to face some retrograde, and I was confused where that booster was. I thought it was an extra part of the module, but then I went closer and realized it wasn't. So I'm facing retrograde here with Jebediah Kerman, and you can see at the bottom left corner, yes, my periapsis just went negative for a second. Blink and you miss it. Yeah. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you want more, like it and subscribe. Like now. And I was just testing to see if I still had free IP installed. I do not. So yeah, subscribe now, or else your family will die under a bridge. Like now, right now. Bye, guys. Yes.